While one may mistake this creature for one of its draconic relatives, such as the drake, wyvern, or worm, this creature appears to be an amphitheater, an iteration of one at least. This winged serpent is found in the aberrant cave systems in northeastern Trigonia. Centuries of cave dwelling have rendered this creature's eyes useless, relying instead on echolocation similar to bats. However, this does not mean that eyes aren't still a weapon. I have seen the cave mole radiate a crystalline light from its violet eyes, which can blind even the most keen of prey. A deadly combination. While I have never seen a friendly cave mole, the cave folk there, the Nazra, have been seen riding these creatures. Perhaps they know something we don't. What is cracking, everyone? I am the Elder Cracker, and today I'm doing a showcase of one of my homebrew creatures for my D&D campaign. This being the Cave Maw. The Cave Maw is a half bat, half dragon, well, not dragon, amphitheater creature that lives in the cave systems of my map. Today, we're going to take a dive into the creature's stats, background, and additional lore so that you could also use this creature if you'd like for your D&D campaign. Let's get right into it. When creating the Cave Maw, I decided that its physical attributes would be an interesting mechanic for its fights. The Cave Maw is not supposed to be a one and done creature that you fight. It's supposed to be one that is challenging. It's supposed to be one that even if you're an experienced campaign, you will still have trouble fighting it. Due to the creature being essentially a demented draconic relative that lost all of its beauty by being stuck in a cave for hundreds of years, I decided to make these attributes part of its fighting kit when you go against it, using things such as echolocation, similar to what bats do, able to detect all life within 60 feet, even through invisibility and stealth. This creates great counterplay to those who like to be edgy and go around the map or whatnot during a fight. Now, of course, there is counter to this, which is that the creature cannot see at all past those 60 feet, because it is blind. However, just because it is blind, just like we read in the dossier, does not mean it's useless. That crystalline light that Chadian saw in his dossier is in fact the blinding gaze, allowing to emit a crystalline light from its eyes, which will blind all prey within 20 feet. Now, of course, all prey will roll a saving check there, and they need to get at least a 12 on a Constitution saving throw. If saved, you are not blind. If failed, you are blind. Now, if you look over at where the attack section is on this dossier page, you can see that unlike its draconic relatives, there is no breath attack that this creature has. Just simply a bite and a wing gust. As you can see, the bite gives a +4 on attack rolls and deals a 1d10 plus 2 piercing damage. The design of this character, or creature should I say, is to use echolocation, find prey, overwhelm it with its size and presence, and begin to use relatively formidable melee to engage the fight. If you look to the bottom right corner, you can see the hit points of this creature being 22, the armor class being 13, with a 30-foot movement speed and flying speed, and an initiative of +2. Keep in mind that these stats that I am showing are merely just a baby cave maw, as Chadian wasn't able to subdue a larger one. So for those of you who want to increase the challenge, just keep in mind that these stats that I'm showing are for babies, or should I say a level 1 cave maw. Now, if you're a DM, you may be asking yourself, where can I find this creature? How can I set up an encounter that makes this creature feel authentic and immersive for my D&D campaign? The cave maw, as its name suggests, only lives in cave systems. The cave maw were not always this atrocious looking blind dragon beast. At one point they were actually beautiful dragons, but due to the history of the campaign that I'm making, which if you guys are interested, I can make a video about in the future, has caused them to lose their beauty, lose their draconic sense of self, and turn into a more serpent-like monstrosity of what a dragon is supposed to be. The colors on the cave maw are a weird combination. The dark purple with the golden underbelly. The gold supposed to be a daunting flex of their power and their apex position on the food chain in the cave system, while the purple is supposed to show a more tactical side. See, the caves that they live in are not just normal caves. They live in cave systems filled with crystals, ideally purple crystals. They actually really like purple crystals, and if you are a DM watching this video, you can use that to maybe find a way to pacify this sort of creature, as my native people have in my campaign. I would imagine a good looking campaign introductory to this creature would be that the party has to go inside this cave for a particular reason. I think the most common thing we ever see is like a dragon guarding its treasure. You could do something similar to that, and while they might be expecting a dragon, they get something a bit different, a bit more twisted, a bit more not dragon, but still enough to be daunting and fearful of, so when a party sees it, it's like, oh shit, we have to lock in and fight this creature. When designing this creature, I had a few points of inspiration. The first one was Spyro the Dragon. Basically, mine is you took Spyro, you chopped his legs off, and then I guess you made him blind too. Yeah, I guess that's kind of part of the inspiration, just a crippled Spyro the Dragon. Of course, I got huge inspiration from the Ravager from Art Survival, because it's basically a massive wolf bat hound. But I guess I got, no legs and add wings. I guess you could just say it's a bat. I just thought bats aren't as intimidating as wolfhound, evil wolfhound. And then you have Distinguished Gentleman on the right, so I kind of had to make a decision there. I hope that you like this creature and that you potentially use it for your D&D campaign, or maybe you just appreciate the lore of creatures like this. I will be showcasing a ton more creatures that I have created in my campaign, so that maybe you could use it. And if you're interested, I can even reveal what my D&D story is about. Thank you for watching. Elder Cracker out.